Class, we've seen a number of ways now to dissolve metals already. Another way that's really kind of neat is to dissolve one metal by reacting it with cations of a different metal. We're going to do that by using copper. We're going to use copper metal. Here's a coil of copper wire. And we're going to react that with a solution that contains silver nitrate. And silver nitrate has silver plus ions. And we're going to use that to dissolve the copper. Okay, so this reaction is pretty simple. You just take your coil of copper wire and put it into your solution of silver nitrate. So when you first put it in, you can actually see some silver crystals starting to grow on the copper. So after about a minute, we can see that something is growing on the copper. And what's growing there is actually silver. So that's silver crystals growing. Class, let's do a little pan shot just so we can be kind of artsy. So after about a half an hour, we can see that there's a lot of silver that's built up on the copper. But more importantly, it's time to take our eyes off the shiny object. Remember, what we care about is dissolving the copper. And so what we're going to do is we're going to remove the silver here and show that, that's so cool. And what we'll see is that the solution that remains behind is blue. And the reason it's blue is because the copper has been dissolving. And so not all the copper dissolved clearly, but enough has dissolved that you can see the blue color in the solution. And if we let it go long enough, we had enough silver ions, it would all dissolve. Okay, class, so what we're saying is that the copper has dissolved from the copper wire to give this solution, which is blue. But I really don't know if you can tell it's blue in the video looking at it. I can kind of see it, but it's not dark. But you shouldn't have to just take our word for it. So let's go ahead and use our spectrometer to measure the solution and see if we see an UV visible absorption band that would show that the blue color is actually there. Okay, so we set the spectrometer to take a UV visible spectrum between 350 nanometers to 850 nanometers, and copper has a band in the aqueous solution that's around 800 nanometers. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to calibrate the spectrometer by using a blank, meaning a cuvette filled just with water. Okay, that's done. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pour some of our solution from the copper silver nitrate experiment into a cuvette. Someday you'll be able to do that without overflowing it. Put that in there, take our spectrum. Okay, we say. And there it is, my friends. There's the band. Let's get a close-up for you here so you truly believe in it. So we can see here a band that has a band maximum just around 800, a little more than 800 nanometers. So that's the copper that is dissolved in solution. The silver nitrate is completely colorless and does not absorb in the visible, and that blue color is there because of the copper dissolving. So what we've seen is that copper metal can be made to dissolve by reacting with the cation of silver.